Welcome to County Portal, your simple source for local government services and public records. Let's get started.
Can a cemetery move a grave without your permission? The short answer is yes, but it is an extremely rare and legally complicated process that can't be done on a whim. When you buy a burial plot, you aren't buying land like you'd buy a house, you are buying the right of interment, which is the right to be buried in that specific spot. This right is a powerful contract, and cemeteries are legally and ethically bound to honor it. However, there are a few specific, serious situations where a grave can be moved, a process known as disinterment. The most significant reason is eminent domain. This is when a government entity needs the land for a public purpose, like building a highway, a school, or a public utility line. If the cemetery is in the path of the project, the government can legally compel the relocation of the graves. This process involves court orders and a mandate for the government to pay for all costs associated with the move, ensuring it's done respectfully. Another reason is the complete abandonment or relocation of the entire cemetery. If a cemetery becomes insolvent, is sold for redevelopment, or is in a state of dangerous disrepair, a court may order all the remains to be moved to a new location. This is a massive undertaking that requires extensive legal proceedings and a diligent effort to contact all known next of kin. A more minor, but still possible, reason is for internal cemetery maintenance or safety. For instance, if a grave is in an area that has become unstable, is prone to flooding, or is blocking access for essential maintenance, the cemetery might be able to move it. This right is almost always spelled out in the fine print of the contract you sign when you purchase the plot. This is why it is so important to read that paperwork carefully. Finally, a grave might be moved to correct an error, such as a burial in the wrong plot. In any of these scenarios, the cemetery has a legal duty to make a good faith effort to notify the deceased's next of kin. They can't just act in secret. The process is heavily regulated by state and local laws, and it almost always requires permits or a court order to proceed. The disinterment and reinterment must be handled with the utmost dignity and respect. So while it is possible, it is not a simple or common event. It's reserved for extraordinary circumstances and is governed by a strict legal framework designed to protect the deceased and their families. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more answers to life's complicated questions.